Folks, welcome back to another episode of Coffee, Tea, and Crime. Today's episode, Search for the Leathers Oil Killer. Folks, in the state of Oregon, the murder of 3 ladies is one of the more infamous mass murders. And it occurred at a little gas station. Leathers Oil Company had 2 pumps out front. And on the morning of January 17th, 1994, a customer had come into the station and found the 3 ladies. They'd each been shot in the back of the head, execution style. They were on the floor there at the back of the store. $9,000 in cash was missing. Now, the suspect in this case, there were actually 3. 2 stayed in the car and 1 went inside. Now, that one that went inside, he's never been captured. He is still loose. So this story is directed towards finding the trigger man. Police know who did it. Everybody knows who did it, they just can't find him. And ordinarily, I don't show pictures of the suspect or give their name. In this case, I am, simply because he's still out there, and it'd be nice if somebody would run across him and call the police. The story begins in August of 1993 in the town of Gresham, Oregon, which just sits on the east-southeast side of Portland. The suspect in this case, he was a manager at that little gas station. That little gas station's east side of town there. Now, he stole some money from the register. Now, the management figured it out, and they fired him. Now, the suspect would come back up to the store, repay the money, and tell the manager he was sorry for stealing the money. So I guess he stewed about it or something for about 6 months or so. On January 17th, 1994, 3 ladies are working in the store. Virginia Endecott, Rosealie Fey-Girtz, and Beth Carey. Now, the suspect, he gets a cousin of his and a girlfriend to one of them. I don't know what exactly he told them. They drive up to the little gas station. He goes in, the other 2 sit out in the car. Now, he pulls a pistol once he gets inside. And I don't know if they changed the combination to the safe or if the suspect forced one of the ladies to open the safe, but this had been over a weekend, so there was a lot of money in the safe. They had made a deposit, and he knew that because he'd been a manager. The safe is open one way or the other, and that's how he gets the $9,000. Now, he takes the ladies back into a storeroom or storage area there towards the back of the store, has them lay down on the ground, and he shoots each one of them once in the back of the head. And it's not long after that customer pulls up and finds the ladies dead. Now, it doesn't take long for the police to find out what the deal is. Within just a few weeks, they get a call, tells them who they need to be looking at. And the police, they get a search warrant, check his apartment, and they bring in the 2 co-defendants on this case. At the time, co-suspects, I guess. Well, both of those individuals, they confess to their part. Now, according to them, yeah, they were in the car, yeah, they drove up there at the suspect, but they didn't go in, they didn't know what happened. So both of them get charged, and they're given plea deals. So they get a lesser sentence if they'll agree to testify whenever the suspect comes to trial. Now, the suspect, 2023, he would be 50 years old. Some of the pictures in the episode here are pictures of what they think the suspect would look like at an older age. There's no statute of limitations on murder, so as soon as he gets caught, he can be charged and he needs to go to prison. Now, there is a story that allegedly the suspect may have killed himself. That's a story some of the police are hanging their hat on, which that's a lot nicer to say, well, we don't know where he's at, but he's killed himself, so we don't have to look anymore. But some police still think he's alive. I think he's still alive, but that's based on very little other than what little I found about the suspect. He is a very vain individual, so I think he loves himself too much to hurt himself. He'd rather just hurt others. Now, at the time of the homicides, suspect, 6'4", 180 pounds, brown hair, said he's a nervous type fella, likes to chew his nails down to the nub. He might change his hairstyle and he might get older, but I'm sure he's still a nail biter. Now, he had a tattoo on his stomach or chest area of a black jaguar. I've included a picture of what that tattoo looks like. He is vain. He considers himself a ladies' man. I'm sure that didn't change with age. Now, he was described as rough and unsophisticated. That probably doesn't narrow it down too much. I know a lot of people like that, myself included on occasions. Now, he drinks Jack Daniels and he likes Budweiser beer. At the time, he smoked Marlboro Reds. He doesn't wear jewelry. Now, at the time of this event, he used to hang out at video arcades. Now, he may have grown out of that. Listens to rock and roll music. He does like weapons. Now, they seem to think that he may have went over to a national Oregon. I don't know why they would think that, or if he had family there or what. He might have slipped across into Canada, or I haven't seen anything that would indicate they think he went south to Mexico or whatnot. I think he's still right up there in that area, not too far away, but I got nothing to base that on. And he did all this over getting fired. He got fired for that $30. That's what he actually took from the register, $30. That sure is a mighty extreme reaction to being punished for doing something wrong. Nothing in the resource material that mentions him having a streak of meanness to this extent. And I sure don't know why he took it out on those 3 women. Stealing money's one thing, but murder's another. He sure needs to be caught, and hopefully somebody will do so. They'll make that phone call.